Hi friends, welcome to Recreation Technologies. Today we are going to discuss about JavaScript line length and line breaks. So when we are writing code in the JavaScript, let's say we have a very big line of code, and so at that time for the best readability what we can do is that to avoid the code which are is very longer in the same line. And let's say if the code is very long in the same line, then you can split into two parts, like you can move to the next line also. And if a JavaScript statement does not fit on one line, then the best practice to break that particular line it after the operator. So like these are the some of the recommendations from the JavaScript which if you use, then that is a better thing. So let's say I'm going to create a h1 tag. So now for this h1 tag I am just going to change the inner HTML, and for that I am just going to use the document dot get element by id, and here you can see. So I'm going to use the same id as the demo, then dot inner HTML, so equal to, so let's say hello world. So if I execute this particular line of code, then it will absolutely work fine. So here you can see, like if you think that this line is very big, then you can split this line into two parts. So let's say so after the operator, so you can move this one into the separate line. So here you can see this Visual Studio Code IDE compiler automatically formatted the code with the proper white space and everything. So this is like the recommendation way, where if you think this particular line of code is very big, and we usually like split the line into two lines if you think the character in this line is more than 80. Like we don't want to use more than 80 characters. So this is not like in standard rules and regulation, but this is just a recommended way which programmers usually follows. But let's say I can add this hello world at the end of this inner HTML line also, so which is absolutely going to work fine. And the both in both the case also it will going to give you the same output. But let's say if someone is going to write like very huge line of code, and that person is going to write the code in the same line, then it is very difficult to understand that particular line of code. So it is a good practice to use the line breaks, and we can follow like what is the length of that particular line. So like 80 characters or 90 characters or something like that we can use. And usually usage use that line breaks whenever it is required. So here in my case I use this particular line breaks because I think this is a very big line. But let's say here also I'm going to add some more content after the hello world. Like this is my first JavaScript page. So even if I can write this line in the same line also, but here you can see this line is very big because the content is very big into it. So due to that reason, what we can do, we can just split this line into two parts, and after the operator. So here we are going to use this equal to operator. So after that we are going to just split into two parts, and the compiler automatically understand that these are like single line, and we are just updating the content of this h1 tag by using the inner HTML. So these are like JavaScript line length and the line breaks. These are just the recommendation for you to use in the JavaScript program. So this is all about our today's video. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to our channel.